Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here today to check out the latest video from Nightwish, Noise, which by the way, strange name for a Nightwish song, because if there's one thing that these guys do, or they don't do actually, if there's one thing they don't do, is noise.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just want to say something before we get started with this, because I'm really excited. They have an album coming out in April, brand new album. This is the first video that they released from that upcoming album. I could not be more excited.
This is not a live video, because normally we do live.
It's a music video.
Yeah.
And for a brand new track. But anyways, before we get started, I just want to say we've been getting a lot of messages from people asking us when are we going to check, because the video came out on Friday. When are we going to check this video? When are we going to look at it? And I just want to say that today is Sunday, Nightwish Sunday.
Yeah. We
couldn't have done it on any other day. Plus, I figure, let me give a chance to those, I don't know, those B-quality reaction channels. You know, like Ruben, the Flying Dutchman? And what's the other guy from Poland? John G.
Which is not a Polish name.
No, it sounds like Rambo, because Rambo's middle name was G. It was John G. Rambo. So, anyways, maybe that's what he was going with. He looks nothing like Rambo, unless Rambo had an eating disorder. Anyways, we're not here to talk about that.
Oh, you're trying beef now.
Listen, he's all the way in Poland. What is he gonna do? Send me a letter? Send me a fax? What is he gonna do? Really?
I mean, I can't complain because I'm not the one who's gonna get the hate mail.
I can take him. I'm sure I can outrun him. I'm just saying. All right. Plus, he's a drummer. I can make fun of drummers. They're like as close to bass players. So
Oh, now you're gonna get.
No, I'm just today. I'm pissing off everybody.
Now you're gonna get the bass players
and the drummers and the Polish people and John G himself and Ruben.
And Ruben.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I just want to say that now that you guys have been able to digest all of those, like less than stellar reaction videos from all of those guys out there on the internet, including those two mofos. Now you've came here for the main course. Yeah. This is the main course. Just saying.
You had your appetizers.
Exactly. You got your cheese dip with nachos. Now you're coming for the 18-ounce steak. I don't even know if they have 18 ounces, but we're going with that.
Yeah.
If they don't, they should make it 18-ounce steak. If you're a vegetarian, it could be a veggie steak. I'm sure they make those. They make veggie burgers.
But they probably don't taste so good.
Well, that's relative. What's going on here? That's it's all tangled. That's relative, because taste is relative when it comes to food, when it comes to music, when it comes to everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. Anyways, Nightwish, Noise. Are you ready? really, really interesting. Really, really interesting. This song... Okay, I have so many things to say, but I feel like if I start talking, I'm not going to shut up, and you're not going to get to say anything. So I want to give you an opportunity to at least say something, and do not start the sentence with, I mean. Go ahead.
Okay.
I mean. Well, you technically started with okay, so you can go to I mean. All right, anyways, go ahead. What do you think?
I'm happy. You know, I'm happy because, you know, they're putting out new stuff. And if this is what the new stuff is,
Well, this is part of it, is the new single.
Yeah. I'm excited for, you know, what's to come. I mean, this song, she really kind of shined. She shines in all of the songs.
Yeah, that's true.
Her vocals, in any Nightwish song, they shine. But in this,
she shines bright like a diamond.
Yeah. But in this song, by the way, if they did a cover of that song...
Oh, that would be amazing, actually. That would be amazing. But anyways.
In this song, I felt like her vocal range was going really, really, you know, far out into power metal territories. And I was actually enjoying that. Because I like how she uses her voice, and especially I like how she uses her voice in this song.
I agree with you. I mean, but with Floor, she has one of those very unique ranges, very unique voices that she's really able to merge. Perhaps, to me, she has the voice that merges the two previous worlds of Nightwish, which is the more symphonic opera style vocals, and then the more metal style, cleaner metal style vocals. She's able to merge those two worlds into her own world, and then bring her own spin to bring a little bit more of an edge, of a rocker's edge.
Usually when she goes with
the vocals,
the higher and longer notes, they're more like an opera kind of sound.
that's
But in
what I'm
this
saying.
song, they were more just kind of normal.
I really feel like she has the ability to merge the past, the far past of the band, with the near past of the band, with the present, and then mix all those three together and deliver in a very unique way. Because she also has a little bit of a rocker style. She has the ability to also go with her voice, use her voice almost like if it was a rock song, almost if it was like a hailstorm song. She has really an interesting range to her voice and what she can do. She can really do a lot of different things, in which allows the songs to have different dynamics from a track by track basis. But even within the song, she's able to do different things within the same track, which you could see with this song. Now, before we talk about the song, I want to mention something about the video. The video obviously is a representation of the lyrics, and overall the song is a representation of the theme of the album, because this album is a concept album, so it's pretty much a representation of that, which is, look at human nature, the whole selfies, you spending your life in front of a phone, looking at a phone, looking for, not looking for love, but looking for acceptance. I don't even want to call it looking for fame. It's really more looking for acceptance, looking for people to like you and to validate who you are. Like, you need a phone with thumbs up and likes and hearts in order to make you worth something and worth living. But that's the world we live in today, where people do things, and you can see certain moments of the video where people are doing things, not necessarily perhaps because they enjoy doing those things.
It's for other people.
Yeah, it's to show other people, hey, look at me. Look what I'm doing. Look how happy I look. And that takes me to another point, which is something that I feel like we see more and more now. When I was growing up, when I was your age, there was no such thing as depression or suicide. There was suicide, but it was because people lost their jobs, they couldn't pay the bills, and then they would commit suicide because it was something normally along those lines. It's not because of depression, right? So I'm not saying it didn't exist. I'm just saying it wasn't as predominant as it is now.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of that has to do with the world we live in, with this world where we all wear masks and we're all looking for acceptance from other people, and we feel like when we don't get that acceptance, we're not worth living. It's not worth living, like, because nobody likes me. Just because nobody liked your picture doesn't mean nobody likes you. And you should do something because you want to do it, not because you're looking for other people to validate what it is that you're doing. Like, I go to concerts not to post pictures saying, hey, I'm here. Actually, sometimes I don't even post pictures. Funny enough, sometimes I go to concerts of bands that I know the guys that I'm friends with. Perfect example, Andy Gillian, Mors Principe Est. I took 0 pictures with Andy Gillian when he was in town.
You kind of regretted that after.
No, but that tells you that I wasn't there
to do it.
That's what I'm trying to. I did regret it because I love Andy. He's a good friend of ours,
and
I wanted to have that memory because I don't know when's the next time I'm going to see him. But what I'm saying to you is, when I went to the concert, I was living the moment. I was there to enjoy the music, to enjoy him playing. I wasn't there to take a picture to show other people what I was doing on that night. That's not what I went there for. Therefore, I forgot to take the picture. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a difference in there. And I feel like this video and this song really emphasizes the issues that today we have in society, which is, one, we spend our lives, that I'm guilty of, with my face on my phone. I'm guilty of that, so I'm not passing judgment on the other people. I'm just making, I'm just making a statement here. But the other issue that I see more and more is people doing things to get validation from others. Like, that's to me how the whole woke movement started. Is people trying to belong to something, so it's like, hey, if I find somebody who's done something wrong and I out them for doing something wrong, then I'm part of that group. I feel like I belong. Yeah. I feel validated. It gives me a sense of belonging, gives me a sense of purpose. That's why cults and religions and all of these things work. Because we as humans, we have this need to belong to something and to be accepted. We need to feel accepted. We need to feel like we need to belong to something. And what I feel with this video and this song, it just really emphasizes how modern elements of society, like modern devices, like cell phones and Instagram and Facebook and all of these social media platforms are really not necessarily. They do a lot of good things. YouTube is a perfect example. Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff. But you also have to filter through, and you have to realize that you need to live your life for yourself. You need to do things for yourself, not for other people. Don't do it just to show that you're doing this and you're doing that, and you're not doing it for the right reasons. You're not doing it because you want to do it. You want to do it just to show to other people that, hey, look at me, look what I'm doing, look who I'm with, or you know what I mean? I feel like we're losing the plot here. We're losing the plot. We should do things. I'm not saying you shouldn't take pictures, you shouldn't do selfies. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you should do things because they mean something to you, that they're important to you, not to other people. It's like, if I donate like money to a good cause, I don't need to go on Facebook and say that I donated X amount of dollars.
You did that
I did it because I wanted to do it, not because I wanted somebody to pat me in the back for what I did. Do you see what I'm saying? And I think these days people do things just to get that pat on the back. And I understand that aspect because sometimes I'm guilty of doing that as well, and I know that, but I think some people go absolutely overboard with it. And this video kind of exacerbates that feeling of people doing things just for the sake of doing them and getting lost into that world, and then you don't find happiness in that world. You find depression in that world because if you post a picture, a selfie or a picture or whatever it is, and that picture gets 100 likes, and then the next one you post only gets 20 likes, you feel depressed because it didn't get as many likes as the previous one. And then you start thinking, why didn't it get so many likes? Do people not like me anymore? What did I do wrong?
And then you go down these
and then you go down these down these rabbit holes, and that's why you end up in depression. This is we're self-sabotaging ourselves. This song, this video, to me, is a pure musical and audio-visual, I should say audio-visual because it's music and video. So it's a pure audio-visual representation of that illness that's plaguing today's society. If you look at the lyrics, you look at the video, that to me is what I took away from that, this. I'm just saying, just keeping it real. That's what I'm saying. Now,
I feel like you should be like a philosopher when it comes to music videos.
I should be a philosopher in general. In general. The wisdom that I carry with me, that's why I have a bad back. Is because the weight of that wisdom. You carry a
lot of wisdom, yeah.
I carry a lot of wisdom with me, and the weight of that wisdom. I must
be carrying a shit ton of wisdom because my back is in shambles.
You're carrying a shit ton of something. Wisdom, I don't think it's one of those things.
Stupidity is
perhaps more of that. That and youthful naiveness. Let's go with that. You know what I mean? Because I remember when I was your age and I thought I knew everything, and now I'm not your age and I realized that I didn't even know like the tip of the... Not even the tip I knew. Not even the tip.
Not even the tip.
Not even the tip. Now I feel like I know a little bit of the tip and going into the shaft, but back then, not even the tip. Not even the tip. Now, as we go into the song, to me this song has a few different key components that I really want to talk about it because I want you to... I want to see what you get from... If you got the same thing as me. after the first verse, actually after each verse, there was this incredible keyboard soundscape that came in, that it was levitating.
Yeah.
Did you get that? Like the first verse ends, and that before the chorus comes in, you get this magnificent, like, atmospheric keyboard soundscape that is just levitating.
I mean, the keyboard
in general, but in that point, because there's no vocals, there's nothing else. There's just that.
It's just something you to focus on.
It's easy for you to absorb it because it's the main course. I thought it was magnificent. It was so beautiful. It's so melodic. It levitates you, and then how they later in the song they incorporated like a choir, and they incorporated the kids' voices. I thought that made it even greater because it gave so much soul. It gives. The melody is incredible. That keyboard melody is absolutely incredible. But then when you include those voices, those vocal tracks in there, it just takes it to a whole It takes it to a whole new level. The song just like skyrockets. It's just to the moon. It's just like incredible. So I really love that component. I don't know if you gravitated towards it or not, but I really enjoy that component of the song. Another one that I really like the fact that they added a little bit more of a guitar bite later on in the song, because if you look at the song at the beginning, the first two verses, the first two chorus, very symphonic, very melodic, very upbeat, with some hints of power metal like you said here and there. But then it gets a little bit heavier. It gains a little bit extra bite on the guitars. The guitars got heavier. I like that as well, because it just, for a song that has, by the way, I honestly don't know how somebody can come up with this song and think of constructing a song with these many layers. Like, honestly, like, it's like the vocals, the changing melodies, the keyboards, the guitars, then the choirs, then the kids' voices.
And they fit this into 5 minutes.
Just a little bit over 5 minutes, yeah. I feel like this song could have easily gone another 2 minutes and it would have been fine. Because there's just so much of it to digest. It's such a robust... when you think of a song that's a wall of sound, this song is pretty close to being a wall of sound. Because it just feels very, very robust. And it's like... It's almost like a Viking shield wall. If one or two guys drop, there's still a lot of people behind that shield wall to hold that wall there. This song is a little bit like that. As you start dissecting it and you start taking a few pieces out, there's still a lot there in order for you to get all the way through. Like that heaviness of the guitar, I really thought was important. Because it changed a little bit of the dynamic of the track. It made the ending of the song have a little bit more sound, feel a little bit thicker. They did it before with the vocal layers of the vocals, using the kids' voices, the choir, though. They did that there. But musically, the song was very light until they increased the volume. They made not increase the volume, but made the guitars heavier. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
I really feel that way about this track. But I really, like, this song is really magnificent. And they picked a really good single. I mean, I haven't heard the album yet. I haven't received the album for review. But... I mean, this song gets me excited for the rest of the album. Yeah, it really gets me excited about the rest of the album because I'm excited from two perspectives. I'm excited from the musical side, but I'm excited about the lyrical side, the story, the concept that they're having.
Is this in the middle or is this the first?
I have to look at the track list. I haven't looked at the track list. I don't know where this song falls on the track list, but it's 2 CDs. So there's gonna be a lot to digest from this album. I just really like the construction of the track.
It's like a movie. It's like a musical movie.
It almost feels like something out of like what's the guy's name? Tim Burton. He did movies like I think he did Edward. Was it Edward Scissorhands guy? What was it?
Yeah, that was just Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, so he did that movie. He does these weird movies that I think he did Alice in Wonderland, but like a revisit version of them. He does these weird, strange movies where things seem completely out of place and they go into so he's famous for doing movies like that. The video almost looked like a Tim Burton, like it was done by Tim, because the video was as creative, as out of the box, as insane almost, and I hate to use that word, but as insane as the music itself, because the video had all sorts of stuff happening.
Yeah, just people on their phones,
selfies, people taking drugs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. By the way, I like what they did with Marco's beard there. They bundled it up with a little bowl.
Very nice.
Yeah, it looked very coiffed. It looked very distinct.
It looked very soft.
Yeah, more than mine. Mine looks a little bit tough, but I had a bad beer day. But anyways, I just feel like this song is very dynamic, has a lot to offer. I really like the sound, and I really like the song. And I think more important, I really like the message. I really like the message. Maybe people will listen to this and something will click in their heads and they'll realize.
Or they'll listen to it and nothing will happen.
Yeah, because it will go just over their heads.
Because some people don't really listen to the lyrics. Some people just kind of...
And not only that, I think sometimes some people don't think they have a problem. I'll be the first one to admit, I do spend a lot of time on my phone. So I think admitting that you have a problem is the first step in order for you to better yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just think a lot of people don't like to admit that they have a problem. They don't like to admit that they're doing something for the wrong reasons. Because listen, just because somebody is having fun skydiving and they're taking a picture, that doesn't mean I want to spend my weekend skydiving.
Yeah.
It's not for me. Learn what it is that makes you happy, do that. And take pictures of that. And now if nobody likes those pictures, who gives a shit?
Because you liked it.
You liked it. Exactly.
It was something you enjoyed.
It's something you enjoy. Live in the moment. Life is too short. All right, guys, this is it for today.
Philosopher over here.
I'm just trying to pass some wisdom and some knowledge.
Portuguese Confucia.
They don't have fortune cookies in Portugal. I mean, they do, but it's the Chinese fortune cookies. We don't have Portuguese fortune cookies. We have Portuguese pastéis de nata. Maybe there should be something on the pastel de nata. Every time you eat one, there would be something there for you to learn. Written by me, All right. On that note, come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See you guys.
See ya.